A few years ago, I was completely broke, I had no direction, and life was just a struggle. Fast forward to today, I have my own small independent game studio. The games I make actually generate over $250,000 a year in profit. I get to travel the world, I get to wake up and live my life on my own terms, get to do what I love, which is creating games. Hey guys, my name's Justin, I'm an independent game developer, and this is a story about how creating games has changed my life. So first up, I'm not creating this video to flex, even though $250,000 a year does not seem that impressive in the world of YouTube when you consider that there's 18-year-olds on TikTok making 7 figures plus. That is not the purpose of this video. The reason I'm creating this video is to try and inspire those of you out there. Maybe you in the same position as me, maybe you can find this video relatable, and if I can just inspire a few of you out there, then this video would have served its purpose. So let's go back in the journey. For those of you who don't know me, I was originally born in South Africa. Yeah, it's quite crazy. I was born into a middle-class family, 3 other siblings, and my childhood overall was pretty good. My dad had his own business, so through him I learned a lot of entrepreneurial mindsets, and I always knew that one day I would kind of start my own business. Working for someone else wasn't in my plans. When I was 18, things kind of took a turn for the worst. My dad got diagnosed with cancer, and within a year he was no longer with us. That's when things kind of spiraled downhill very quickly, especially financially. My mom wasn't working at the time, and I was trying to work 2 jobs just to stay in college. And yeah, I remember it being a very dark time for my family. There was times where we literally didn't have enough to eat. We had our electricity switched off for almost 6 months. So believe me when I say I know the struggle is real. I know that life can sometimes get you down, and at the time I needed to make a decision. I could stay there, kind of watch everything just unfold and see where it was going, where it wasn't really going in a good place, or I could do something about it. So I remember my dad always telling me that I should go and travel. He was always an avid traveler. He traveled the world. How he met my mom, he was originally from London, so he traveled and then he lived in South Africa where he met my mom, and he kind of instilled that upon his kids that we should go out there, try things, and that's subsequently what I did. I booked a one-way ticket to London, spent some time there, and eventually I got a job in Poland, where I'm currently living. I was working as an English teacher, and my first paycheck was around $500 a month. At the time, the cost of living in Poland was not that high. However, living on $500 a month when you have to pay your rent was a big struggle. So I had all this time on my hands because I wouldn't work that many hours in the day, which was a good thing because it allowed me to try different things. And I always had this dream of living kind of a nomad lifestyle with my laptop. One day I could just open my laptop, work from the beach, make money, and that sort of thing. So I tried many different things. I was trying drop shipping and affiliate marketing, all these things that were big failures. I never made any money. And then I remember on the bus to work, I was playing this game, Quiz App, and it was a trivia game where you could compete in real time with other people. And I was really good at the animal category because as a kid I used to watch Discovery Channel religiously. I knew everything about animals, and I would always be ranked at the top, and I would get these daily challenges, people trying to knock me off that #1 spot. It was crazy, but I felt really proud of that accomplishment. So one day I kind of had this light bulb moment. I was looking down at my shoes. I literally had holes in my shoes. I could not afford a new pair, and I just thought to myself, how cool would it be if I could win money from an app like this? Even if it could be like $10 a day, that $10 a day would really help me a lot in my current situation. And I kind of had this big epiphany, this light bulb moment, and I was like, hey, I wonder if something like that exists. And I started to do some research on the app stores, trying to find any quiz games where you could win real money, and to my surprise there was nothing like that. And then even a bigger light bulb moment came, and I got really excited. I remember the hairs on my arm started to like raise, and I was like, maybe I could create something like this. Maybe, just maybe, there's a demand for it. Like I wanted something like this, maybe other people also wanted something like this. And then over the next couple of weeks I wrote out a plan. My older brother, he was working for some company who he knew someone that created apps, and I had a call with him. And after that call school, kind of my whole world was shattered because the number he gave me to create something like that was just completely out of my reach. I didn't know at the time how to raise money. I was just kind of going in blind. I had no experience. I could not code myself, nothing. All I had was a little bit of marketing background because that's what I studied in college. And I came across a company called Skills, and a big surprise to me that everything that I wanted, they kind of had a turnkey solution to it. And this is not a plug for Skills whatsoever, it's just part of my journey. So I kind of started to learn the ropes of game dev, and I bought templates on the Unity asset store, and whatever I could afford. All the money I was making, I wasn't going out, I would just save and try and build my first game. So it was a whole new learning experience for me, and I realized it got quite expensive. With even going on Fiverr at the time, they would be charging a couple $100 to create a game. So I did the crowdfunding from family and friends, and I pitched them this idea. I was so excited. I'm like, this is going to really change our lives. And they would give me a couple $100 every now and then, and I would go back to them, completely lost everything, got scammed, the whole works. So that was also kind of a tough time. But at the same time, I knew this was something I wanted to pursue, and I didn't let those hardships get me down, which is a very important lesson, because if you do want to gain any sort of success in life with any endeavors, you need to be consistent, even with whatever life throws at you or the obstacles in the way. So fast forward to 2017, I remember I had this game out, and I learned quite a bit about ASO, and this game was actually getting some downloads every month, and I got an email from Skills, and they said, your game getting monetized. And I remember at the time living with my girlfriend in this tiny studio apartment. We were literally sleeping on a mattress on the floor. Her parents would bring us food every now and then because we just couldn't afford anything. And I remember when my game got monetized, I wanted to celebrate. So I said, let's go to the cinema and let's go big at the time. Let's have a rich day. So we went to the cinema, and I remember I kept checking my analytics all the time. And in the cinema, when the movie was started, and I saw that game made $3. And for me, that was absolutely life-changing. I was like, that's all I needed, was that proof of concept that this actually works. And the great thing is I enjoyed the process of making that game and releasing it and just hoping for the best. And when I saw those downloads coming in, and then subsequently the revenue, even though it was just a few bucks, I was mind blown, and I knew from that moment, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, and like I say, it was absolutely life-changing. So over the next couple of years, I started to learn a lot more. I started to hire the right people. I received some guidance also from a lot of experienced people, and I kind of grew and grew, and it was kind of a snowball effect. It started as this little snowflake, and it compounded, and I would say like every couple weeks or months, I would see the revenue starting to grow, and I'd set different goals. I remember my first goal was like, I want to make $10 a day. That was crazy. And then I remember hitting my first $50 a day, and I was just like so happy. And then $100 a day, and so on and so on. And yeah, and now I'm at that point where I feel truly blessed. Like, I can't put it into words how blessed I actually feel that I get to do something I love. Even now, like telling the story, I get so emotional, because when I look back at just how dark things were and how hopeless they seemed not actually that long ago, then I really am happy, and I'm grateful to the universe that I get to experience this, and I get to continue on this growth journey, and I get to share that with you guys. So that's why I'm creating videos like this. I want to show you that no matter what situation you're currently in, maybe you also open your fridge today and there's no food, maybe your electricity is going to be cut off, maybe you just got fired from your job and you're stressing. I just want to tell you that I've been there, and there is light at the end of the tunnel if you stick with things and you just have that positive mindset and that consistency. No matter what life's going to throw at you, hold on to that goal, and eventually you are going to hit that. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story with you guys. Hopefully it inspired a couple of you to keep on this path of game dev or whatever else you might be doing. Just stick with it, and that's where the magic's gonna happen. So like I said, I'm truly blessed, and I'm looking forward to more growth and sharing that with you guys, and taking you on that journey with me. So if you did enjoy this video, guys, show some love. It was an emotional one for me. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more content surrounding game dev and my own journey. I show you a lot of strategies and technical things that I apply to my own studio that can hopefully help you too. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Stay safe and peace out.